Woo! Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Game Aim Plus, where my aiming is gaming. I'm your host, the boy G, and we gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Alright, in this video, we are gonna talk about Super Smash Bros. 6 being delayed until 2027, possibly 2028. Hopefully that does not happen, but 2027, right? Now, if this game actually is going to be delayed at 2027, then it'll be a full 9 years since we got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in 2018. Alright? So that's a long time, you know? And of course, you know, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was running for a while, especially years after, because of all of its DLC. You know, the whole Fighters Pass Volume 1 and then Fighters Pass Volume 2. So that made the game live longer than what it was supposed to. And granted, the game is still living. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is still the ultimate edition of Smash Bros. Ever. And I'm glad that it was a thing and it actually happened, you know. The whole thing with everyone is here, you know, they brought all the old characters back, put them back in the game. Any characters that were taken out or whatever, they were brought back. And of course, a bunch of new characters that were added in from, you know, the fighter passes, you know, from the DLC. So now there's a source, you know, an interview of basically somebody, and I'll make sure I put the source, you know, I'll put it in my description, you know what I'm saying, I'll go find it, throw it up in there for you guys, but I'm just going to elaborate on it as best as I possibly can to my abilities of what I think and how I feel about the whole thing. But, you know, basically about this whole little interview source thing, that Masahiro Sakurai was basically offered, you know, of course Nintendo, they want Masahiro Sakurai to work on the next Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, Masahiro Sakurai was already working on Super Smash Bros. Since, what, 2012? And I'm talking about, you know, Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, the Wii U, and the Switch. Non-stop, okay? Like, he didn't even stop. Even when they were done making the Smash Bros. For the Wii U, he already started working on the Smash Bros. For the Switch, which he was working on Smash Bros. For like, who knows how many years? What, 12? 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 6 years non-stop working on Smash Bros. And then the 2 years after, 8 years of the whole DLC thing going on. So, bro, that's like 8 to 9 years of working on Smash Bros. That's a lot of years. Alright, so he basically was burnt out. Alright, there was even times where he had to work while being, you know, hooked onto an IV to keep the fluids in him to keep him going. And then as he was working out one day at the gym, he ended up passing out because he was just exhausted from so much, you know, work on Smash Bros. Just non-stop. And, bro, the guy needed a break. So the deal that Masahiro Sakurai and Nintendo worked out basically was, I'll do the next Super Smash Bros. For you guys, but, bro, you gotta let me work on something else. Give me another project or something, because he's gonna be burnt out. There's too much Smash Bros. His creativity is just gonna go crazy, and not even in a good way. But, so, he wanted to work on Kirby Air Riders. You know, basically Kirby Air Ride 2 for the Nintendo Switch 2. So that's what he's been working on, and that's what he is working on now, is the Kirby Air Riders, you know, basically the next installment from the one that came out on the GameCube. And that's perfectly fine with me because I love Kirby Air Ride. You know, I love that game. I thought it was awesome. I don't mind another part of it. I don't mind a part 2 of Kirby Air Ride. So Kirby Air Riders is perfectly fine with me, Masahiro Sakurai. You do your thing. I'm ready and I'm waiting for it. So, but of course, this may not go well with a lot of the people that are, you know, hardcore Smash Bros. Fans, or people that only play Nintendo probably only for Super Smash Bros. Because that's all they want. And I get you want him to keep working on Smash Bros. Forever and ever and ever. So do I. But I don't want him to work on the Smash Bros. Be burnt out, have health conditions, passing out, having to be on IVs, or having to rush to do a game and it coming out sloppy and not proper, and us complaining about it, and then now we're stuck with something that we probably didn't even really want in the first place because that's not how we wanted it. And so no, we don't want you to be burnt out, Masahiro Sakurai. We don't want you to pass out. We don't want you to be hooked and strapped onto an IV to do your work. We don't want that. So you do your thing. You work on your Kirby Air Riders game. And I'm going to buy that game and I'm going to play that game and enjoy it because I know it's going to be a phenomenal game. I know Masahiro Sakurai is doing his best and working really hard on that game, and I know it's going to come out great. So I have no doubt about that at all whatsoever in my mind. So yes, let him get this little break. Let him get a break. I could wait an extra 2-3 years for a Super Smash Bros. Game. That's fine. As long as we know it's coming, that's all I need. Alright? So Masahiro Sakurai will be working on the next Super Smash Bros. Game for the Switch 2. So we don't have to worry about that. We just gotta wait. And that's fine. Be patient, people. What is wrong with you? Be patient. It will come. They will not skip a Super Smash Bros. Game. That is not going to happen. Alright? And Masahiro Sakurai is not going to let somebody else work on this Smash Bros. Game or Smash Bros. Period, a project of his that he's been working on since Nintendo 64. Alright? There's been a Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64, the GameCube, the Wii, the Wii U, the 3DS, and the Switch. It has been coming out non-stop on every single console ever since the 64. Do you really believe that Masahiro Sakurai is going to let somebody else come in, take over his work that he's been working on for almost 25 years, and let somebody come in and ruin everything that he has built? Or destroy it, or taint it, or make it worse, or just make it bad? No! He is not going to do that. But, Nintendo, you gotta give the guy a break. Okay, you gotta give him a break. Let him go work on something else. It can't just be Smash Bros, Smash Bros, Smash Bros. Oh, hey, Masahiro, you gonna work on another game? Hey, how about another Smash Bros? No! Give this poor man a break. Jesus. Alright? So, he finally has a break because he's still working on the game, but I don't think Kirby Air Riders is as much pressure on him than a next installment of Super Smash Bros. Okay? Whether it's gonna be a continuance of Ultimate or a brand new game from the bottom up rebuilt, and that'll be mad work for him, but that's a whole nother video. But what we're talking about is there is gonna be another Smash Bros. And we just have to wait. That's all. And give this poor man a break. He's a phenomenal man, and just a fantastic game developer, director. Like, he just is. So let him try out new games, and I'm fine with Kirby Air Riders. So yeah, will it suck waiting until 2027, possibly 2028? Yeah, it will suck, but it's okay. It's all right. We know it's coming. Masahiro Sakurai, he's gonna work on it. He's gonna do it, and that's all we need to know, and that's cool with me. So yeah, let's just be patient, people. All right, and take a break. Maybe the Kirby Air Riders will cause him to get maybe better ideas now for the next Super Smash Bros. Game. And he won't be so burnt out and have so much pressure on him. So yeah, 2027, the delay of that, like I said, it sucks, but there's still good news about it. And it's coming by Masahiro Sakurai. So that's good enough for me. I'm not gonna go crazy on him or crazy on Nintendo. Oh, now we gotta wait until 2027. This is ridiculous. You guys need to do what we say when we say it and right away. And I want it 2 years ahead. I don't want to wait anymore. Forget his health. I don't care. Make him do it. Now, that is selfish and just evil. That's what's wrong with you people. And it's crazy because there's actually people out there that are thinking like that and don't care about nothing. They don't care about his health. They don't care about what game he's doing right now. They don't care about how long, you want to make it last. No, they want that game right here, right now. Smash Bros. Right now. Get to work. That's what they want. That's not what it's going to be. So get over it. It is what it is. All right. So, yeah. That's what it is. And I'm fine. I'll wait. In the meantime, I'll play Kirby Air Riders or whatever other games that come out in between in those 2 or 3 years that we have to wait for the next Smash Bros. You feel me? But, yeah, I don't know. I guess that is pretty much all I have. So yeah, you guys, let me know how you feel about this, having to wait longer for Smash Bros. And, are you gonna still play Kirby Air Riders? I don't know. You guys let me know. Put in the comments, talk to your boy, and let's chitty chat. But yeah, there you go, guys. Game Aim Plus, please subscribe, click that little bell button. That way every time I upload a new video, it'll pop up on your phone like, you feel me, dog? You feel me? But yeah, y'all have a great morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And I'll catch you in the next one. Boom. Yeah. Woo.